Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with another TTM Mail Day episode. And TTM stands for Through the Mail, in case you are new here or wondering. And what I do is I write to athletes and celebrities, astronauts, military veterans, all sorts of people asking for the autograph through the mail. And got a whole bunch in today, and actually I've had a whole bunch come in this week on pretty much my first nice week back since starting to send out again in May, and I still got a couple more rolls to go through that I purchased in advance because I was getting that itch again. So been working on all kinds of projects stuff with the star binders and stuff. I bought a huge lot, or several lots, from a seller that I found, which was quite fun to get through, and those, so hopefully going to have some more new binder videos coming up soon. I was just waiting till these cards came in so I could add some more cards to the pages before I did the video on it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started with what came in. So, itch my eye there. As always, we'll start out with the cards, the potential cards first. So this is coming back from Wichita, Kansas, and all of these should have been sent out May of this month, so, or this year. So just want to make sure that nobody put any notes saying they don't want me to show or anything. So got 78 Topps signed by former linebacker of the Seattle Seahawks, Mr. Terry Beeson. So Zachary Anloff will like this one there, being a Seahawks fan. I actually think Zachary might have gotten him back recently. It might have kind of reminded me to send out to him. But I had this card in that football box I bought a while back, and I was picking out some vintage guys to try and write to that I didn't put in the binders already, so that one came back. Next up is coming up from North Texas, Dallas, Texas. And again, 520. Is coming back from Mr. Danny Darwin. Shout out to Chris Jasper again. He gave me these cards. I thought I only sent 2, but apparently I sent 3. Unless he included an extra, I don't remember. But I thought Chris only gave me 2 cards from Mr. Danny Darwin. He's still, I believe, the pitching coach for a minor league team. I forget where they are, but currently the season being on hold, although possibly it may come back July 4th. We'll see, but I imagine the stadiums, they won't be allowing people in the stadiums, which is kind of sad, but at least we'll be able to watch them on TV. Next up is coming back from Charlotte, North Carolina. It's kind of thick, so either they put my letter back in there or they included something extra. I'm not quite sure. It looks like they included some cardboard to help protect it, maybe. Yes, they did. Oh, they wrote a whole nice note. Let me just make sure so it's okay to... Yeah. So this is coming back. I had 2 cards for him. They're both the same, so I sent them off to him. Mr. Dennis Franks, he was a center for the Lions back in the late 70s. And then I think maybe just a bit of the early 80s. So, and he has a business, which is where it's sent to, but he's actually a motivational speaker. Well, I don't want to like show his phone number, but we can put his social media links in there. How about that? I think that'd be more appropriate. Oh. There we go. Hopefully you can see it. If you want to pause that, check out his links. He wrote a nice letter back, which is really cool, and it's from letterhead from him. So I guess let's read it. It says, Caleb, thank you for being a fan. You make the NFL fun and inspire us players to excel. It's good to hear you are coaching. It's good to hear you are coaching. I find it very rewarding. I coached at the high school level for 6 years. I'm going to coach now at Davidson College Division III. It should be fun. Be well, continue to make a difference. Dennis Franks. So thank you, Mr. Franks, for the kind note, and I do wish you luck coaching in Division III. Sounds like that'll be a blast for you. I'll have to check out Davidson College and give you a follow on Instagram and stuff. So thank you so much, Mr. Franks, for that. Then I got this back. I don't know who this is from necessarily, but it's come back from Tacoma, Washington. It's from Tom Berg and Lisa Barnes. And I think Tom Berg was a World War II veteran I wrote to a long time ago, so I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if this is an eBay or what. So let's see. Indeed it is. So I did get a success from Mr. Berg. It looks like unfortunately he passed away April 24th. So maybe they just kept you know, some letters that he received and wanted to send me to know that he had passed away. So sometime in the past 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 years, you contacted my husband, Tom Berg, because he was a Pearl Harbor survivor. Because he was a gracious and kind, he replied, I'm writing to let you know that Tom passed away on April 24, 2020. I am enclosing his tribute that was published in the local paper. I'm doing this so that your file on Tom is complete. Additionally, I'm sending you this information so you can see that he was much more than just a Pearl Harbor survivor. He had a full and rich life. He was a kind and good man. He was happy and he laughed easily. He's extraordinary. One way he was extraordinary is that he played violin for 90 years. Wow. And he played his last concert in February. Oh yes, so Mr. Berg played the violin for his city orchestra or town orchestra all the time. I do remember this. So this is really cool and sad at the same time. He was a fine player, or the sound of his laughter or his footsteps. He appreciated your interest in his experiences at Pearl Harbor. He believed strongly that the story December 7th, from the many perspectives of the survivors, military and civilian, should be told and preserved. On Tom's behalf, I ask that you preserve his story. The world has lost a good and extraordinary man, and so did I. Sincerely, Lisa Barnes. So here is a copy of the obituary that she included for Mr. Tom Berg. So he was almost 98 years old. So that, wow. I do appreciate Mrs. Berg or Mrs. Barnes doing that. I'll have to send her I think a sympathy card here. So I do appreciate her, though, sending something to let us know of his passing. So really sad when we're losing our heroes. But yeah, when I saw that Tom Berg, I was like, I recognize that name. So so that's pretty neat to get this back, and also still again sad. So my condolences to the Berg and Barnes family. So we shall go to the photos now. Brighten our spirits hopefully up a little bit more. We got we got back from Salt Lake City, Utah. Again, 520. Oh, nice. So this was weird. It shows, or at least Megan said that Stanley Nance had passed away, but somebody had just gotten back from this year, so I figured I'd give it a shot. This gentleman is 102 years old. He's a World War II veteran, so how fitting that we should follow up with another World War II veteran completely by accident. He was a Morse code operator in the Ghost Army. So there's a picture of Stanley right there next to a truck. or Jeep, and he signed the back. And that's rather exceptional handwriting for somebody being 102 years old. I wasn't sure, you know, if they would still be able to sign or if they'd want to. But that is really cool, giving back from Mr. Stanley Nance. And of course, the Ghost Army, they would set up decoy, like inflatable tanks, inflatable trucks, and make it look like troops are moving one way when in fact they move the other way. There was a whole documentary on them recently. I think it was 2015, 2016 or so. I think it's on Amazon Prime if you guys want to watch it. So really cool return right there. The next up we have come back from Norfolk, Virginia, also 520. I don't know why it just randomly blurred out there. This is actress, I'm sorry, Jeannette Lake. She is in her 80s now. I don't believe I've ever sent to her before. So that is really cool to get back from her. One of these is going to be going to Bruce, I believe, when his next package goes out. And he just got his back, he said, a couple of days ago. So that's really cool. So that's a nice one to get back, Miss Jeannette Lake. Then we got Portland, Oregon, 520. There's no notes. It's not very often I get very many basketball returns in, but I saw this gentleman assigned, Mr. Kenny Carr. He's a pretty good basketball player in the 80s. Signed 1 with the Trailblazers, 2 with the Trailblazers, and 1 with the Lakers. Alright, just had to take a quick cut there, but we are back. We still have 3 more to go. This is coming back from San Jose, California. It was also sent on 520. No note again. It has come back from former Falcons and Vikings quarterback Mr. Bob Berry. Looks like he signed all 3 of them. All really nice shots with the Falcons. And that one, number 17, so very cool. Again, that's another one for Bruce's future package, so very cool. And then last one, TTM for sure that I know that I sent out, is coming back from Santa Ana, California. It was sent out also 520. I sent 4 photos. I don't normally do that, but there's too many cool photos to choose from, I guess, for this gentleman. This is Mr. Steve Dunning, former Indians pitcher. Signed 1. So I know Scott will like this one, being an Indians fan. I saw some other people on Facebook getting back from this gentleman. Brett was one of them. So very cool. It's Mr. Steve Dunning. I thought I think this was the 4th photo. I thought it was really cool from Topps. So I had to at least get 1 more in there. And then finally we have this one, which is not my envelope, obviously, but it is, I believe, from somebody. I wrote the flip envelope on that. That was just a reminder for me, just in case you're wondering. They just put on there, because I've been asking if it was alright, you know, if I shared my successes in, you know, the videos or in Facebook and stuff. So that's what I want to do, to respect these people's privacy. So obviously if they tell me they don't want no sign for me, but they don't want them shown, then I guess you guys will never see them. They'll just be in my collection. But this one they said it was okay, and they said also make sure to subscribe to our YouTube, Peg and Jeff, and Jeff is spelled Geoff. So we'll have to check that out and see about that channel. And then I might possibly, if I remember, I might try and link I find their channel, try and link it down below for you. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. So I don't know. Oh, this is a NASA one, and she sent a whole bunch of extras. This is from probably January-ish. Oh no, this is a NASA. My bad. This is actually a recent one. I was thinking somebody else. So this is coming back from Peggy Lee Brennan. She was an actress and model. Actually, she still is a model, I believe. Pageant. She won right here, Miss Senior. So that's pretty cool. She's still a very pretty lady. This is kind of like a business card. Miss Senior America 2016 is never too late. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to show the back because I have her phone number. I don't want her phone number just being all out there. But anyways, I got a couple shots from MASH. I kind of like to collect some of the MASH actors. To Caleb, God bless you and all you do. 520, sincerely, Peggy Lee Brennan. She played Linda Margaret on MASH. And here's another one. There you go. So you don't want to get the, and then said, to Caleb, wishing you the best, Peggy Lee Brennan, Lieutenant Linda Margaret, and Radar's girlfriend from MASH. So very cool, 520. So very neat. And then these are the extras she included, which is really cool. So it's just, so they're all like this. Oh, hold on. We'll use Hunter Pence. Just a little note from her, kind of. Not technically signed or anything, but just a little extra cool extra. And then she's included 4 8x10s. Looks like a couple for Bruce and a couple for me. So that's really cool. So they're both like this. 2 different kinds. With inscriptions. So that's a really cool way to end off this video. Get a nice MASH success from a very nice lady. So I'll definitely make sure to link her channel down below, and make sure you guys go check it out. And I'm gonna go check it out too and see what it's all about. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I know this is a long video, but there's a lot of TTMs to get through and a whole lot of good stuff to show. So thank you so much for your patience and checking out all the videos this week. I need to get caught up tonight and tomorrow. I was watching a few, but I definitely was slacking, so I need to get caught up on that and make sure we're caught up also on the junk wax challenge and everything else. So thanks so much for watching again, guys. I will see you all hopefully Monday. Talk to you later. Bye.